once you have the skill now developed, what are the next steps? Like, you have this skill developed, you feel super confident that you have this highly valuable, high income skill to now give to others and be of service to others. What comes next?
Yeah, man. Can I give like a real gym cue? And this, I wish I learned this a long time ago, actually, is you want to have a skill that helps business owners. I'll repeat that one more time because I think this is truly the key right here. The high income skill, it has to be a B2B and help business owners. Here's why. You guys tell me, who has more money? The business owner, or let's say the 9 to 5 person, goes to work, makes good money, yada, 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 right? I'll give you a hint. It's the business owner. Business owners have the money to pay you whatever your fee is, consulting, whatever like that. They know about business credit. They know about funding. They have credit cards ideally. So to answer your question, Q, it's really, if the skill set should be around serving business owners. And then once that kind of is identified, then you could charge whatever. For example, I said I paid 4K for a photographer, for a videographer. I know as a business owner that the content that he produced is going to get me probably 4 or 5 clients to pay me 5K easily. So 20, 30 grand will be made off the content. And for me to pay 5K, y'all are smart people. If I invested 5K to make 30 grand, would that be a good investment? Right? Of course. Mm-hmm. So to answer the question, man, the skill set just has to be around that right there. A business owner can rationalize spending 5, 10K. The average 9 to 5 person cannot. Maybe, a couple thousand perhaps, but that's something I truly wish I would have thought about earlier. Because when I was reselling, I was like flipping stuff to the everyday person. Toys, video games, stuff like that. I wasn't making real money. But once you find that skill set, guys, it's just, how can I transition this to help a business owner make them more money or save them more time? Those are the 2 biggest things. Make more money.
That's a great gem, bro. And I appreciate that, Jim, because that also is going to save a lot of people a lot of time if they really tuned in and really hearing what you're saying. Because before, if I'm totally, absent to this, and I heard Kai or if I heard Mike just say, yeah, get a high income skill, I could be trying to get a high income skill in anything. But once you say that high income skill needs to serve business owners, now that helps me even more focus on which high income skill I want to develop and not focus too much on a skill that's going to help, 9 to 5ers be a little bit more organized, or it's going to, help them save money on, manufacturers or something like that. But more so something that's going to help the business owner that's already making 100, 500, $1 million a month, that are doing pretty big numbers. So that's a deep gem that I appreciate you sharing. So
even less than Q. I think not even people will make a lot of money, like the average business owner, right? Like people in our circle, right? People are doing maybe 20, 30, 40 grand a month, whatever. Not even that. People doing like 10 grand a month probably, or 5 grand a month. They want to make more money, but for every business to make more money, they have to invest in something.
Right.
You ain't going to see an increase in your income by just doing nothing. And I truly do think for a lot of people, they would invest $3,000 to make 10,000 easily. If you're good at social media, shooting video, I keep saying the video one, because that's the easiest one in my opinion. Like videography.
Because right now content is booming.
Yeah, that's the easiest one in my opinion. Like someone would invest $3,000 to have like high-end content that could get them more clients, more marketing and stuff like that, even if they're not making like crazy money a month.
That's a great point. That's a very great point. And I could see how that would be the easiest one to think of as well, even just from coming from that space. My mind automatically went into, creating content or, something along those lines as well. So once you now have you have the skill, you identified how to provide the value, who to provide the value to. where do you find these people? Like, are they hiding in certain like clubs, or do you need to go to certain networking events? Like, where do you go to find these business owners? You know, and of course, you can be general because everybody's niche is going to be different. But I mean, where should I start if I'm just like trying to just look to network with some business owners that I could potentially help?
Yeah, man. I mean, shoot, we met at the gym, right? I think it could be almost anywhere, man. Like joining the gym is probably the easiest, in my opinion. If you're into
Mm-hmm.
fitness, working out, a membership that's over $100 a month, something like that. Being around places where people have to spend money to enter,
Mm-hmm.
so there's like a barrier of entry is always a good idea. Maybe going to a conference, you have to pay 100, $500, maybe $1,000 to go to a conference. Being in those VIP rooms, VIP at a conference where it's only people who could pay $1,000 to be certain places. And even
Mm-hmm.
not, let's say you don't even want to spend $1,000. Like I said, just even going to anywhere where someone has to pay to attend.
Mm-hmm.
You'll find folks who are probably qualified, who are business owners, obviously. And the easiest, bro, is just
The
social media,
phone.
right? So,
Yeah.
the phone, social media out there, if you have a really decent profile of what you're doing or how you're helping people, you DM the right person, they see your profile, bam, that's it right there. They call social media for a reason, right? You're being social. So I would say those are the two biggest things. Uh, Going to a gym was a barrier of entry, going to a networking event where you have to pay to attend, or just using your phone to DM people and adding value like that. Because just last thing I can tell anybody is truly, man, everybody wants to make more money. Every business owner wants to
Mm-hmm.
make more money, every person. And every person wants to save more time. So you send someone the right DM, shoot, someone DMs you, Q, yo, bro, I'll come in right now. I'll shoot all your film for your podcast then. I'll post on social media for free or to help add value. You would probably answer pretty fast. If someone would probably do all the posting, everything for you, you'd be like, let's talk. What you got?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Facts. Facts. Well, hey, Mike, and the most efficient, or the first thing that comes to mind when you kind of went through that spiel was just creating win-win situations
Mm,
for for people, for yourself and others. If it's a win-lose or if it's a lose-lose, then it's like not even like don't even bother, investing time into it. It's like you should be trying to focus on investing your time into situations that you can create win-wins for yourself and for the person on the other side of that agreement or that contract or that deal, what have you. So, Mike, man, it's been a blessing having you on here, just kind of chopping it up with you and giving our listeners some gems on what now do you have to focus on. If you're a 9 to 5 or you're somebody who is new to the entrepreneurship game and you know that you're getting ready to make these pivots, you now know what you need to think about and how you need to move over these next 6 months to really transition and prepare yourself for developing these high income skills and to accumulate abundance in your life. So, Mike, before I let you go, bro, what are some closing like if you could just leave our listeners with one thing that is going to get them from destination from their current location to their end destination, what will be that gem that you can leave them with?
yeah, man. If there was one gem, honestly, Q, it's really going to be this quote that my brother Neil always says. And he always says, your current situation is not your final destination.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever is happening in your current life, guys, you may be taking an L after L after L right now. I want you to remember that truly where you're currently at is not where you'll be at this time next year. And the best way for you to change is for you to change within here. And the easiest way, in my opinion, to also change is to just be around people who have already made the change. The fact you're listening to Q right now, you want to change. And if you want to be around people who are better than you, add that value, help them make more money, save more time, anything you possibly can. But just do your best to get around people who are like 2, 3, 4 levels ahead of you. And that's when you'll see a crazy increasing your income, impact, and influence. But yeah, current situation is not your final destination, and be around folks who are light years ahead of you.
Right, right. I love that. And speaking of being around folks that are light years ahead of you, and sometimes that we look at the light year and we think the light year has to be money, right? And I just kind of want to bring it together with what you're saying, Mike, and help people understand that it's not always money. You know, look past the money and just look at mindset as well, because sometimes, like you mentioned, people could have a skill that is your weakness. People can have immense amount of knowledge and understanding on something that you were totally ignorant to before you met them. So look at that and really consider who you building this new table with, because we always look from the out, from the outside looking in. We want to be like, I want to sit at their table when they already have their table built. They already have all the seats filled. So it's like you're gonna be waiting a long time. So just really pay attention to who you're surrounding yourself around, and focus on building a new table with those people. And with that said, I mean, I'm sure you can attest to this too, Mike. We are looking for people. 10. I'm looking for me personally. I'm looking for 10 side hustlers that I can help build a new table. With and for. So if you're looking to build a new table for yourself and bring in your village, bring in your community, like being on this call was the first step, but definitely make sure you tap in with us.